And 0 solutions means it's shifted and it doesn't touch it at all. And I'm going to need to use the discriminant, which says that D for discriminant is equal to B squared minus 4AC. So that's what's under the square root of our quadratic formula. So in this case, I'm going to first start off by labeling my A, B, and C, just like I would do for the quadratic formula. So here my A is -1, my B is 1, and my C is 6. So that's what I'm going to put into the formula. B, so I'm going to replace it with 1 squared minus 4 times A, which is 1, times C, which is 6. I'm going to simplify. 1 times 1 is 1. -4 times -1 is 4, times 6 is 24. And that gives me 25. So this is positive. Therefore, I know that I have therefore, there are 2 real solutions or roots. So that means it's going to cross it twice. It's going to look like this. And it makes sense because if we were doing the quadratic formula, that means that this part here would have been 25, which means that we can take the square root of 25. So we would have had 2 solutions, one where we were adding and one where we were subtracting. So it would have worked because we can take the square root of 25. Let's take a look at another example. For B, I need to do a little bit of shuffling first because I need it to be in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So I'm going to bring all of my terms over to the left side, and I'm going to leave the right side with 0. So I'm going to say 4x squared. I'm going to bring the like terms beside each other. Minus 3x minus 11x plus 5x plus 9 is equal to 0. Then I'm going to simplify. So x squared minus 6x plus 9 is equal to 0. And I want to know how many solutions there are. So I'm going to use the discriminant again. So the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. I'm going to label my a, b, and c. So here my a, there's nothing in front of x squared, so that means my a is 1. My b is -6, and my c is 9. And that's what I'm going to substitute over here. So b is -6, minus 4, a is 1, and c is 9. -6 times -6 is 36, minus 4 times 1 times 9 is 36. 36 minus 36 is 0. So when d is equal to 0, that means that we have one real solution or root. And the reason that that is true is because if we put this into the quadratic formula, if I put 0, well, the square root of 0 is 0. So my two roots are going to be -b plus 0 over 2a and -b minus 0 over 2a, which is going to give me the same number. So they're going to be the same. So that means there's only one solution because it's going to be the same number. So it's going to cross it at the same point twice. Last example. Once again, I need to do a little bit of simplifying first. So I'm going to do the distributive property to get rid of the brackets. And that gives me 2x squared minus 4x plus 5 is equal to 0. So I'm going to write out discriminant is equal to b squared minus 4ac. So in this case, my a is 1, my b is -4, and my c is 5. So those are what I'm going to substitute here. b, so -4 squared minus 4a is 1, and c is 5. I'm going to simplify. -4 times -4 is 16, minus -4 times 1 is -4, times 5 is -20. 16 minus 20 gives me -4. So this is negative. Therefore, there are no, or 0, real solutions. So it's not going to cross the x-axis. And the reason for that is if I have this in my quadratic formula, if I have a negative number in here, like -4, well, this is not possible. We can't take the square root of a negative number. So that means I couldn't have calculated any roots because taking the square root of a negative number is not possible.